There are two main energy systems, and they are known as the aerobic energy system and the anaerobic system. The anaerobic energy system consists of two systems known as the lactic acid system and the ATP-PC system. There is only one type of aerobic energy system, and it is also known as the oxygen system. Aerobic glycolysis uses the large stores of glycogen in the body, which is synthesized into ATP, water and CO2 are byproducts which are expelled by the blood. This stops muscles from becoming fatigued in a short period of time. With the heart and lungs working harder to move more oxygen around the body, aerobic energy allows the muscles to keep on working and working. It becomes the dominant energy system after 30 seconds and can sustain around 2 hours of continuous activity. After this point, fat then becomes the main source of ATP synthesis. Slow twitch fibers are best suited to aerobic or endurance activities. These slow twitch fibers are high in oxidative enzymes, mitochondria density, fatigue resistance, as the muscle can continue to be called upon to work over an extended period of time, capillary density. The first stage to energy production, the aerobic energy system, uses proteins, fats and carbohydrates for ATP. This system can use protein, fats, or carbohydrates as the source for energy, but carbohydrates are the most efficient source for fuel. The ability of this system to be able to use protein, fats, and carbohydrates as fuel compared to the anaerobic glycolysis system and the ATP-PC system, which can only use glycogen or stored creatine phosphate. The next stage is known as the Krebs cycle. In the Krebs cycle, the carbon chains of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are metabolized to produce carbon dioxide, water, and high-energy phosphate molecules. Energy released during the cycle is combined into molecules of ATP, which is a major source of energy for cellular metabolism. The pyruvate produced in glycolysis goes through further breakdown through a process called aerobic respiration in most organisms. This process requires oxygen and produces much more energy than glycolysis. Aerobic respiration is divided into two processes, the Krebs cycle and the electron transport chain, which produces ATP through chemiosmotic phosphorylation. The pyruvate molecules made during glycolysis contain a lot of energy in the bonds between their molecules. To use that energy, the cell must be converted into the form of ATP. To do this, pyruvate molecules are processed through the Krebs cycle, also known as the Citri. Training methods best suited to improving the efficiency of the aerobic energy system: kickboxing, swimming, skipping rope or jump rope, or circuit training. Other sports that can help are cross-country skiing, cycling, inline skating, jogging, running, Nordic walking, stair climbing, elliptical trainer, indoor rower, Seamaster, stationary bicycle or treadmill. The anaerobic energy system, ATP-PC system, is the simplest and quickest way of breaking down ATP. This system is also known as the phosphocreatic system and is used for very short periods of time. It is stored in the muscle cells. This system does not require long chemical reactions, does not use oxygen, and is used for high-intensity activities involving explosive movements such as sprinting, long jump and throwing the javelin. This system is dominant for the first 1-5 seconds of an activity, with peak power being between 2 and 4 seconds, and is exhausted after about 10 seconds of intense activity. Once the PC has been depleted, 50% is replenishment within 30 seconds of passive recovery. Total replenishment takes 3+ minutes. The ATP-PC system is therefore linked to the fitness components of muscular power and speed. If it were not for this system, explosive powerful activities would not be possible. The source of fuel for the ATP system is ATP, which is stored in the muscle, and since only a small amount can be stored, this energy source is only effective for activities that last 10 seconds or less. The fastest way to produce ATP is by the donation of a phosphate group to ADP. ADP is a triphosphate group. 3 phosphates, and an ADP is a diphosphate group 2 phosphates. So, the phosphagen system simply adds a phosphate group in the muscle it is known as P, C or phosphocreatine to add to form a T, P. After it is used it will go back to a D, P. To change it back all you have to do is just add a phosphate group back to add to form ATP. So, a D, P plus P, C equals a T, P plus C. This then creates a T, P and is then stored in the muscle. Fats twitch fibers are better suited for this energy system. Training methods for this energy system include sprints of 10-120 meters, 50 meter swimming, field events such as discus or shot put. Training sessions at peak performance are required to get the energy system working, with short breaks/recoveries. The lactic acid system. This system involves the incomplete breakdown of carbohydrates. The energy comes from the breakdown of glycogen, but because there is no oxygen it is not completely broken down and a byproduct is left behind. This system is important in moderately high intensity exercises that would last less than 2 minutes. The fuel sources. Either glucose from the blood or stored glucose. The procession to make ATP is more complex in this energy system. Glucose is broken down into 10 reactions to make pyruvic acid, ATP. There are only 2 hydrogen molecules which are transported to mitochondria in the cell. This hydrogen being produced gets backed up, so it is made into lactic acid, which causes fatigue in the muscle. Training methods for this energy system include the following: moderate intensity exercise such as 200-meter runs, push-ups for 30 seconds to 1 minute or swimming for 150 to 200 meters to improve this energy system. Sport examples. A full is a sport that requires all the systems but mostly the aerobic system when the player is constantly running around the field. The system the player will use is the aerobic energy system for most of the game. Moving up and down the field is a long distance, and this system is the only one that can sustain the player for long periods of time. The other energy systems are used throughout the game. When the need for a sprint is needed when the player has the ball, is going for the ball or needs to get to a position on the field fast. The lactic acid system is used during this part of the game when fast twitch fibers are needed the most.